Wassail monkeys. That's really smoky. I had to shut the door. I had it open because it's so warm in here. It's such a beautiful day. But there's too much noise out there. And as I've gone out to shut the door, someone's walked by and they've dropped and dumped a dirty old bird cage on my steps outside. Symbolic monkeys? I don't know. But I'm someone, it's one of my most hated things. A bird in a cage. I mean, why would you take something that can fly and then stop it from flying? Crazy. Anyway, let's begin your reading. I'm doing all these readings in honor of San Tarot, San with an N, Canadian gorgeous tarot reader on YouTube. Look her up. She does the most fabulous stories. So I'm laying out 12 cards like she does and then giving you your story for this month. It's just really to kind of thank her for it, and also because she does stacks of giant decks, but she always has her cards already laid out. I'm going to try and shuffle them live, which has been being quite difficult. So, monkeys. What have we got coming for monkeys, please? What have we got coming for monkeys? I'm going to lay out the cards. Laying out the cards. Come on, 12 cards, please, for monkeys. Let's help them monkeys on their way. Oh. Okay, so let's see how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. And I'm going to ring the bell, then I'm going to move the card. It rang on its own as I picked it up. It's magic, monkey magic. Well, apart from the surprise one, they were all very gentle. I'm doing a little bit of chocolate for the cacao spirit. And I've been doing these readings now and keep being interrupted. I feel absolutely sick of eating chocolate, but it's lovely chocolate and I am focused for you. So, I'd prefer if it was some kind of savoury thing. Give me a moment to move the cards. Nearly there, nearly there, nearly there, nearly there, nearly there. Oh, that one's a bit of a surprise. There's something wrong. Please, Spirit. You've got like a rogue card. Okay. There we go. So, your reading begins, monkeys, with isolation. You're not doing well. You've got the Two of Wands. Oh, you're dreaming of travel. You feel really, really trapped. There's a little camper van and a surfboard and the globe, and it's all just it's like your whole world has become too small for you, And this is causing you to feel really isolated from your truth. You have the Hermit as well. Now, this Hermit card's really interesting because look, down here, there's a lantern. It's like, that is your truth. Your truth is to be sociable. You're the monkey. You want to run around. You want to play. And this pining for freedom monkey, that's what that cage outside is. There's no bird in it anymore, but it's you're feeling so caged. Wow. So you've lost your inner truth, and yet by sitting in this isolation, there's actually a brand new inner truth being birthed within inside you, monkeys. It's like you don't want to look. You can't see what's going on. And it's bringing this energy of the Five of Emotions. This is the Five of Cups. And it's icy. It's cold. It's almost like you've got this listlessness. There's a tear falling from the head. It's a need to communicate. The blueness, there's a lot of blue in this early part. There's a huge splash of water that she's holding up, and the moon, all her emotions are caught up inside her, frozen, like an inability to flow at the moment. Do you see? And yet this stillness in this card is asking you to look at the truth of the beauty of sadness. Wow, that's really interesting. So to overcome, if you look at everything and try and find the positive, it will help you to move on. And look, the next card I'm going to pick up in a sec. This leaving behind the old, starting the new, is also what the Eight of Cups is doing. Finally, just leaving the old emotions to just sink into the Akashic records. If you can see the beauty in all the trauma and the sadness that you're feeling through this isolation, bringing up things within you that you don't really want to look at, you've now made an offering of new hope. You've lit a creative, new emotional thought or energy or frequency, and you're able to walk now away. It's almost like you literally cannot cry anymore. That's what this is. You can't cry. You need to cry. Now then. You need to let the emotions out. But here's the thing, monkey. We don't want. It's not about crying sadness. This thing about seeing the beauty is to transmute uncomfortable energies. What you need to do is to cry with laughter. Now, that's not the easiest thing, I know, but when we cry with laughter, the sadness and the pain is transmuted into joy, and it's the most beautiful way to release this pain. Now, you have the Eight of materials. This is the Lakshmi, multi-armed Yggdrasil as a human. Within your energy, you are the key to your own transformation. And the transformation of the past is, the past arms are all tattooed with the story of life. of the life of everything that's gone on around you. The journey forwards is with clarity. But to get to that clarity, and this is really, I've not seen this card before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I thought for some reason I might have been an 11th. Let me show you it first. This is the 10 of Wands. This is to be overburdened, but to move on and to let go of the burden, to put down all of the old burdens. This is your new vessel of life. There's a card in the Rasuli deck where she has a picture jug and she's pouring it because she's creating a new energy. This is the same thing. You filled this new cup, this new vessel, vase, picture with new emotions from the tears of laughter, these new transformed energies, and you're leaving behind all the others. The fact that there's a load of cows and yaks in the scene, it's kind of like you've allowed, I want to say it's kind of an echo backwards down the line of how the traumas that that are coming up within you are beginning to become smaller as you move to your new truth, this new offering that you're making to yourself, because this is about co-creating something brand new. And actually, you've got the card of co-creation coming up, and at first when I was looking at it, I was thinking this is another card to do with love, and to a certain extent it is about a love, but there's no sense in it of a new partner. It's merely this stage at the moment of beginning for you to build and co-create a new frequency for a new love to come towards you. So, but to do that, you have to unburden, you have to release these kind of fractals. And each one of these, it has been part of you, but this is the new you. This is the new version heading towards a new life. Now, next you have the Muse of Materials. Now, I did keep thinking that these were, because I haven't looked through the deck, I've just been letting the deck reveal cards. I did think these were extra cards, but actually they're the Kings. And I really, really love that. Because for me, I don't like the King as a card. I like the Page to be a seed card. I like the Knight to be a warrior, the teenage emotions. I like the Queen to be a bloom. And then I like the King to be Zen, to be a balance between both energies, masculine and feminine. And so here in this card, you are, monkey, walking towards the natural world, because materials in this is pentacles. You have the key. You have the key within you to transmute your emotions and head off down this beautiful path. And the fact that we've got the pink rose, which is incidentally my life colour apparently, is higher heart chakra, and there's a real sense of, it is that sense of playfulness. You've got to get cheeky monkey back. That's what it's saying. Enough of tragic monkey, cheeky monkey needs to return. And look, you've got the key to the gateway. This is almost your journey towards your 5D. And you've already, with the Seven of Pentacles, you've planted all the seeds. Everything's there. It's all been laid out. And it's all about you. There's a wonderful, his hand has a wonderful magic that he's putting on. This is about you celebrating nature. Oh, that's rather lovely. I just lift this up and show you this wonderful sense that your pathway forward comes from thoughts. So you make your divine masculine seeds that are planted grow, and then your divine feminine consciousness will open the pathway in your head, in your frequency, in spirit, to draw you through, monkey. Which is really very nice. So you then have the Six of Pentacles to flow, and you have the Two of Emotions. So the Two of Emotions is often the card of love, but in this it's a card of balance. It's almost like by stepping into the real world, you find your truth emotionally, you restore yourself emotionally, and the Six of Pentacles is the flow of everything. There's mandalas, there's stars, and there's a swirling 8. I was going to say that this adds up to 8, and it's that key of the 8 of materials, the 8 of cups. There's this real sense of burgeoning abundance and change coming in towards you. And there is a sense within this card of, there's a calm, but there's a bolder determination upon you. Once you know, it's like you've almost forgotten your place in the world. So this period right now has kind of thrown you. And those of you that have managed to find that emotional, spiritual transformation during this period are actually already beginning this next part. But for some of you, it's still something that you need to work towards. So your final two cards, the Lovers, co-creation. So this is when your masculine and feminine spirit are in balance. The lotus of the earth is opening. But look at the beautiful flower from heaven coming down, and there's a real sense of there's angelic wings. It's about your energy flows being in balance. This is a card of emotional balance. This is a card of balance in the physical world. This is the karmic card of absolute balance and co-creating with spirit to create a better life for you. And that comes with the Ten of Cups, which is, oh wow, look, I was going to say I've not seen that before. I've not seen the card before properly. There's a bass clef, but no treble clef. Grounding, but bringing the grounding really high. That's really interesting. It's about moving away from the past. This is childhood. This is, they want to say it's a sense of innocence, but it isn't innocent. It's like what went before was young energy, before you matured into this divine masculine, divine feminine balance, bringing in the energy of spirit so that you can co-create your future. And it's really lovely the way in which the rainbow in this card of energy swirls and bends, and there's geometric frequencies. Clouds have cleared. There's sunshine on the horizon. There was sunshine on the horizon here as well. So you need to head towards this as an ocean, this absolute joy and pleasure. So to end, I'm pulling the 13th card from the bottom of the deck, just to give you a King of Swords, monkey. This King of Swords is an incredibly complicated card, but really it's about being zen with your thoughts. So by sorting out your emotional language and bringing that to this 10 of Cups, co-creating frequency with everything you planted now growing properly, this is the card when all the seeds have come together and you're zen. There's all kinds of magical creatures around because you've stepped into the natural world. You found your place in this new frequency. And he no longer needs to defend himself. He just is. He's just, you are just in the flow. Okay, so that's your reading, monkeys. And the next one will be the solar eclipse. It's a biggie. So try and find a way to just cry with laughter all the time. Transmute things. Really try and see that you can lift this energy. You've got a 10 and another 10. You've got double sixes. There's balance. There's lots of 8. The whole energy of this is there's 2 2s. Balance is to be achieved by you. Okay, so good luck with that, monkeys, and wassail.